Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter whole numbers. And the lessons we're going to cover today are place values in whole numbers, word names for numbers, Roman numerals, add and subtract, whole numbers. So let's just start with the whole numbers. First, we are going to see what are the whole numbers. So what do you know about whole numbers? What are the whole numbers? If you already know something about the whole numbers, you can just write down in the chat box. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So what are the whole numbers? Whole numbers are the numbers that include 0 and all the natural numbers, right? Whole numbers are number that includes 0. That means 0 is in the set of whole number, right? Includes 0 and other natural numbers, right? Natural numbers are 1, 2, no fractional part, right? No fractional part, no decimal part, right? They are the natural numbers and including 0. Then the whole number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and no fractional part, no fractions and no decimals, right? They are the whole numbers. That is the definition of the whole numbers. You can even note down the definition of the whole numbers, right? So now in today's lesson we're going to cover what are the place values in whole number, right? Let's just do a quick review about the place values, right? So what is the place value? What do you know about place value? What is the place value? Okay, you can note down the definition of the place value as well. So place value is the value of each digit in a number, right? Let me just write down the definition of the place value as well. You can note down the definitions, they are very important. So you can note them down. Place value is the value of each digit in a number. Place value is value of each digit in a number. For example, you have 35 and 53. What is the place value of 5 here in this number? What is the place value of 5 in 35? 5 is at the ones position here, right? And in 53, 5 is at the tens position, right? So basically, the position of a digit is a number that determines its value, right? So here the Place value of the 5 is ones, here the place value of 5 is tens. So in 35 and in 53, 5 have a different place value, right? So let's just see what is the place value chart and how do we understand them. So we use place values chart to see the place values of the different digits in a number, right? So the rightmost digit is always the ones digit. Place value, the rightmost digit is always the ones digit. Then you have tens. Okay, you have ones, then tens, then you have hundreds, then you have thousands, then you have 10,000s, then you have 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, and 100 millions, right? 100,000s. So, place value chart is very useful table that helps us in finding the place value of each digit based on its position of a number, right? For example, we have a number 13,000 13540. How do you read this number? Let's just write them down according to the 0 is at the ones position, that is the rightmost digit. That is always at the ones position. Then 4 is at the tens position, 5 is at the hundred position, 3 is at the thousands position, and 1 is at the 10,000 position. So if you have to read this number, how do you read? You can read like this: 13,540, isn't it? So when we're working on the mathematics, we can write number like this, but we can read numbers like this: 13,540, right? Okay, so the place values, another way to write the numbers is expanded form, right? When we're working on the place values and whole numbers, we always learn the expanded form. What is the expanded form? Basically, the expanded form tells you the position of every digit. If you look at the 0, the position of 0 is 0 because that is at the ones place. 4 is at the tens place, so the place value of 10 is 4 is 40. 5 is at the hundreds place, so the place value of 5 is 500. Place value of 3 is at the thousands place, so the place value of 3 is 3000, right? Then 1 is at the 10,000s place, the value of 1 is 10,000. That is the value of 1. Value of 1 is 10,000, value of 3 is 3,000, value of 5 is 500, and 4. When you add them all, they make the same number, 13540, right? This is known as the expanded form. You can write down the numbers in the expanded form. You have already done this in earlier grades. This isn't anything we have done up till now, isn't new, right? If you have any questions, you can please ask. Please use the chat box option. Write the questions in the chat box. So that is the expanded form, right? Let's just go to A plus and do the practice questions from these lessons, right? Okay. Here I am on the grade 6 maths. The chapter we're working on is whole numbers. So the first lesson is place values in whole numbers. Okay. Place values in whole numbers, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, in 8,146, what digit is in the tens place? So which is the correct option? Which digit is in the tens place? Which option is the correct one? Just write down 8146 in the place value chart. Let's see. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. You have 6, 4, 1, and 8. Very good. 4 is at the thousands position, right? So you, if you're using place values a chart, you can understand the place value of a digit very easily. That would be at the 4 is at the tens position. Very good. In 15, in which place is the 5? 1 or 10? Which is the correct option? 5 is at the rightmost digit is always at the ones place, right? Very good. 5 is at the ones place. Okay, in 51,364, in which place is the 5? So 5 is which place? Ones, tens, 10,000, thousands. Which is the correct option? Just make, yes, that is 10,000s. 5 is at the 10,000s place, right? You can just make write them down in a place value chart. 4 is at the ones place, 6 is at the tens place, 3 is at the hundreds place, 1 is at the thousands place, and 5 is at the 10,000 place. So that would be 10,000. Very good. In 581, in which place is the 5? So which is the correct option? 5 is at the hundreds place, right? The correct option is hundreds. 5 is at the hundreds place. In 1083, what digit is at the thousands place? So which is the correct option? Which digit is at the thousands position? Very good. 1 is at the thousands position. In 7481, in which place is the 1? So which is the correct option? Yes, the place value of the 1 is ones. 1 is at the ones place. In 561, what digit is in the ones place? So which is the correct option? Yes, 1 is at the ones place. The rightmost digit is always at the ones position. The rightmost digit is 1, so 1 is at the ones place. In 53,210, in which place is the 5? Which is the correct option? In which place is the 5? Very good. 5 is at the 10,000s position. So the correct option is 10,000. In 7,024, what digit is in the thousands position? One more very important thing, if you know how to read the number, like if you know how to write, write the number in words form, right? Like I am reading the number 7024. So you can, the place values, like the place values is, understanding place values is very easy. 7000, so 7 is at the thousands position. So option number 1 is the correct option. So I think you all know how to read because you guys are in grade 6, right? Okay, 51,394. In which place is the 9? So which is the correct option? 9 is at the tens position, right? Very good. The correct option is tens. In 94,260, what digit is at the hundreds position? So which is the correct option? Which digit is at the hundreds position? Very good. That would be 2. 2 is at the hundreds position. Very good. In 14,376, in which place is the 3? Which is the correct option? Very good. 3 is at the hundreds position. In 98, what digit is in the tens place? Which is the correct option? Ninety-eight, right? 9 is at the tens place. The correct option is 9. In 81,459, in which place is the 8? Which is the correct option? Very good. 8 as the 8 at the 10,000 place, right? In 34,805, what digit is it is at the thousands position? Yes, 4 is at the thousands position, right? You can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is word names for numbers. That's the word names I'm talking about, right? Basic thing is how do we read numbers in um, mathematics, right? So reading number means you can write them in the word form. So if you know the place values of every digit, then that would be very easy to write them in the words form, right? Just look at the first one, 9,003. 3 is at the ones position, right? And 9 is at the thousands position. You don't have any other number. When you read this number, you can read like this, 9,003, right? For example, you're giving some money to someone. Can you say that is 60 rupees or 603 rupees? Yes, you can say that is 603 rupees, right? So, other than math, word names for numbers are very important, right? Because everywhere where the numbers are involved, you have to read them like in words form. So, let's just start with the practice questions. How do you write this number using digits? 2098. How do you write? Which is the correct option? 2000 means 2 is at a thousands position. Then 98, you don't have any digit that is at the 100 position, right? That means 100 position must be 0. And then you have 98, so that would be option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is 2098. Very good. How do you write this number using words? Which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? Very good. That is 7,100. Option number 1 is the correct option, 7,100. How do you write this number using digits? 9,460, 22, 26, sorry. 9,426, which is the correct option? Nine is at the thousands position, 4 is at the hundreds position, then you have 62, 6 is at the tens position, and 2 is at the 2 is at the tens position and 6 is at the ones, right? That is 9,426. Option number 1 is the correct option. How do you write this number using words? Which is the correct option? That is 9,003, right? The last one is the correct option, 9,003 it is. Very good, everyone. How do you write this number using words? Which is the correct option? How do you write this number using words? That is 2,710, right? 2,710. Very good. The second one is the correct option. How do you write this number using digits? One thousand. How do you write this number using digits? That would be option number 1, right? 1 is at the thousands position. The rest of the digits must be 0. How do you write this number using digits? 9,675. Yes, that would be 9,765. No, 9,675. 9,675. That is 9,675. Yes, second option it is. How do you write this number using words? 8380. How do you write? Yes, that would be the second one. 8,380. The second one is the correct option. How do you write this number using digits? Which is the correct option? Yes, the second one, 6,000. No, 6,026. The last one is the correct option, right? That is 6026, right? How do you write this number using words 9421, which is the correct option? Mm, yes, the second one, 9,421. The second one is the correct option. How do you write this number using digits? 1,979. Which option is the correct one? Yes, the second one, 1,979. How do you write this number using digits? 5,010. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is the last one, 5010. How do you write this number using words? So, which is the correct option? That is 2,365. Very good. That would be the second option. How do you write this number using digits? That would be 9,148. So, the second option is the 84. Sorry. First one is the correct option. First one, not second. 84 it is. Okay, how do you write this number using words? 8784. How do you write in words form? That is 8,784. So the last one is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just start with the next one, and I think the next one is Roman numerals, right? So no, Roman numerals is an other way to write the numbers, represent the numbers, right? Let me just explain what are the Roman numerals. Actually, we have so many ways to represent the numbers. Like we can write them in digit form, we can write them in word form, we can write them in Roman numerals. So Roman numerals is another way to write down the numbers, right? So how do we write these numbers? We can represent them in the Roman form. So you can write, let me just make write some basic things that are, you can write 1 as I, then you can write 2 as I and I, you can write 3 as 3 times I, right? Then you can write 4 as I and V, then you can write 5 as V, then 6 as VI, then 7 as VII, right? That is 7, not 8. Then 8 VII, that is 8. 9 INX and 10 X, right? For the other numbers, I think C is 50, M is 100, L is 500, like this. I'm not sure about C, M, and L, right? So you can make different numbers by using these numbers. For example, you have to make 15. How do you make 15, right? So 10 plus 5 makes 15, right? We know that 10 is X and 5 is V. So XV makes 15, right? For example, you are given a Roman number XXXIV. Which number is it? How do you make number XXXIV, which is the correct option? Like you can represent X as 10. So 10 for this, 10 for this X again, 10 for the other X again, 10. And IV represents 4. So you have to add, they make 34, right? So let's just start with the practice questions. How would you write 8 as Roman numeral? So which is the correct option? How you write 8? Which is the correct option? 1, 2, 3. That would be the second one, right? 5, you must have 3 lines on the right hand side of the page. That makes 8. So it would be the second option, right? What number does the Roman numeral represent? So which is the correct option? That is X, X and X. You have 3X, right? They makes, for first one, that is 30. For 10, for the second one you have 10, for the third one you have 10, and 1, 2, 3, that would be 3. So when you add them, they make 33, it is, right? So this Roman numeral represent 33. The correct option is 33. What number does this Roman numeral represent? So which is the correct option? That is 10, 10, and 10, 10, and 10 make 30. Then you have 5 and 3, 8. So it makes 38. The correct option is 38, it is. How would you write 20 as Roman numeral? So which is the correct option? Yes, 20 is the second one. X is 20. How would you write 2 as a Roman numeral? So which is the correct option? So you can write 2 as option number 1 is the correct option, right? What number does this Roman numeral represent? So which is the correct option? Which number is it? X for 10, right? And IV for 14. That means it makes 14. The correct option is 14. What number does this Roman numeral represent? So which is the correct option? That is 11, right? 10 and you have to add 1 to the right hand side, so that would be 11. How would you write 10 as Roman numerals? So which is the correct option? Ten, 5. V is for 5, 10 is for X. You can write it as X, right? How would you write 13 as a Roman numeral? So which is the correct option? How would you write 13? X is for 10 and then you have to add 3, right? So that would be the second option. What number does this Roman numeral represent? Ten X and X makes 20, right? 5 makes 25 and you have 3, then 3. So 25 plus 3 makes 28 it is. It makes 23, 28, right? How would you write 24 as Roman numeral? So which is the correct option? That is option number 1, right? What number does this Roman numeral represent? So which is the correct option? That would be 39, right? You have 10, 20 and 30, so that makes 39. How would you write 27 as Roman numeral? So which is the correct option? How you write 27? That would be 10, 20 plus 7, right? It would be X, X, V, I. That would be the last option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. So we're working on grade 6 math. Chapter we're working on is whole numbers. And the lessons we are place values in whole number, word names for numbers, and Roman numerals. This will do in the next session, right? So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework, right? And if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So if you have any question, you can either search the YouTube channel. How do you search the channel? Just write down the lesson name and followed by the channel name. You'll see the related videos, right? If you have any question, you can please ask. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.